So let's start at the very beginning and define what risk is. Now, if you look in a dictionary, then the chances are that you're going to see a definition that looks something like this, where it describes risk as a danger or threat or loss. And this is the common perception of risk, and it explains why, or it helps to explain rather, why as risk managers, it's often hard, to get business people engaged in risk assessments. There's this natural unconscious negative reaction that many people have when they hear the term risk. So we think there's a definition that's more helpful in most business situations. And that's really to think of risk management as a way of managing uncertainty and how uncertain events might affect your objectives. Now, this definition comes from enterprise risk management, but I think it applies to almost all types of risk. Regardless of the type of risk assessment you're doing, it's going to be related to some activity. And in that activity, there's going to be outcomes you're trying to achieve. And there's always going to be events that might happen that would impact your ability to achieve those outcomes or objectives. And so we can redefine risk management as a practice to help achieve objectives by managing uncertainty. And by changing the way we frame risk management, we make it much easier to engage the business people we need to work with. People get excited about achieving objectives, and managing contingencies along with that just seems logical to them, and it's certainly less threatening, I would say, to most people. And so I guess the key ideas that come out of this are that risk is a fact of life. If you're trying to achieve anything, then you're going to be facing risks. In fact, in some situations, not doing anything is a risk. The world's constantly changing, and sometimes standing still is actually the biggest risk of all. Risk also involves an element of uncertainty. And finally, risk management is most useful when thought of as a way to help achieve positive outcomes.